What's up, dreamers? It's your little big sister Candy, and today I am here with Elliot, the co-owner of Kingship Coffee and Brewing.
What's up? What's up?
Elliot, I'm so excited that we're doing this right now.
Yeah.
Tell the people a little bit about you.
Well, I grew up in Ukraine, so I speak Russian and Ukrainian languages. I'm married. I love coffee. Yeah.
Love it. So, I like to ask people questions. Y'all know I like to ask people questions.
Uh-oh.
He just found out. So, what is a quote that you live by?
I love it. I love that you asked me these questions. That's great. I have two quotes that I love. One of them is from the young age, like when I was 16, I think I discovered this quote, and it's by Churchill. And it says that history will be kind to me for I intended to write it.
Ooh.
You know, and I love that it's a way of living which just communicates that I am not a victim of my circumstances. You know, I grew up in an orphanage most of my life, and I got adopted. You know, and it was kind of one of those things that I could have keep looking back and remembering all those things, horrible things that happened to me, or I could seize the opportunity and move forward and write my history and write my story. So,
Elliot,
yeah.
you said nothing but a thing. Okay,
Come on.
okay. What's the second one?
Second one is I'd rather expect great things and receive half of it than expect nothing and receive all of it. I don't know who said it, but
You're
yeah.
deep because normally I ask people, I'm like, okay, so how have you applied it?
Yeah.
But you just
Yeah.
did. Dang, this is like the shortest TikTok I've ever done.
Come on.
No, man.
That's where it's
okay.
at. Yeah, and the second quote is, you know, it's just like, hey, expect great things, you know, and aim for big things in life, you know,
You have
and
to.
maybe you will receive half of it and it will be success, rather than protect yourself from failure and you receive all of it, which is nothing, you know.
You are not your circumstances.
That's
At the end of the
correct.
day, you have the narrative. You have the power to
Yeah.
change the narrative, regardless
Absolutely.
of whatever it is that you have gone through, and it's a
Yep.
mindset.
That's correct.
So it seems like you have a lot of self-discipline.
I am.
Where did it come from?
You know, the self-discipline thing is I had to decide, you know, at some point in my life, and I can tell this, it wasn't always that way, but that it's okay to do hard things in life, you know, but I also, I am really good at giving myself second chances. You know, I'm really good at saying, you know what, try again, because I fail a lot, right? From being in the gym to, you know, reading to whatever the discipline you want to do in life. You know, I think it's so important that we give ourselves grace, that we say, hey, you can do it again, do it again. That whole thing of starting over is very important, and sometimes it's daily. You know, till it catches, you know? So, you know, discipline is really important, because I can tell you this, you don't wake up, you know, every day feeling motivated, you know? This is why it's important. I personally, guys, I don't believe in motivation. I believe in discipline and purpose. You know, when you have a purpose right in front of you and you know why, you know, every day, and you know this is my goal, my dreams, then when the feelings comes, they come and go. Sometimes you just got a bad night of sleep and suddenly you don't feel like pursuing the dream that yesterday you're willing to die for.
Exactly.
So you know the feeling is not real. You know, so that's kind of where it's coming from.
You need to write a book.
Hopefully.
You need
soon.
to write a book. So what was the main, like, how did all this come about?
You know, when I got adopted at 16 years old, I never tasted really coffee. You know, like in an orphanage, we just don't have coffee, you know. In Ukraine, Europe is predominantly tea. They drink tea, you know, so we drink tea a lot. So when I came, me and my mom, every morning, we'd have this conversation, we would get to know each other, you know, and I would drink tea, she would drink coffee, and eventually I tried coffee, you know, and I kind of liked it, but not really. And then I went to California to school, and I ended up, and California has a coffee culture there, and I ended up falling in love with the coffee, and I had a dream. I fell in love with the coffee, and then when I came back, two of my best friends and my wife, we ended up meeting at the coffee shop to dream together. We created this mastermind group, And for 3 hours for 2 years, we dreamt together, and we would give each other homework, and we would motivate each other and encourage one another. And it was in a coffee shop, and most of my dreams that I'm living right now was birthed in a coffee shop. So are theirs. You know, they became multimillionaires because we sat down in a coffee shop and dreamed, as well as someone was walking with each other like us. And coffee shops just was a medium to the dreams. And this is the goal of the Kingship. This is what we want to do. We want people like I see around and people writing. We have about 5 people that write in books right now currently in a coffee shop, you know, and that's the
so
goal.
Cool. Like,
Yeah.
and then when they're done with it, it's like, I wrote this here, and like,
This is the history. So this is how it came about. And then I had an opportunity to acquire this, you know, and I had a dream. I'm like, man, it would be amazing one day to have a coffee shop where I bring the community and bring friends. And we sat down in that coffee shop with my friends, and I named it Kingship. That was 8 years ago. So, and I
And
acquired
look
it 2 years
at
ago.
you.
Yeah.
I don't.
Dreams do come true.
If you could, gosh, man, this is a lot. Like
Come
a lot
on.
of goosebumps here.
Come
Okay,
on.
if you were to tell the people one last thing, what would you tell them?
You know, one thing that I would say is forgive yourself quickly, start over quickly, you know, and whatever you want to do, find someone. This is the ultimate dream, the ultimate advice. Find someone you can run with. Find someone that, like, because listen, sometimes, if you will, your hands will be tired and someone has to lift them up. If you can find one person that kind of calls you on your BS, as well as encourage you when you're not encouraged, that's huge. You know, that can be your friend, that can be a family member. Just find someone you know, we're not meant to do this life alone.
No.
You know, and contrary to popular opinion, no one successful people have done this alone. Whatever the company, Apple, Microsoft, if you study their biographies, which I love reading biographies, there is always that second person. You know, we often give praise to that one person, Steve Jobs or whatever, but Steve Jobs had a second person who wrote all the coding. Steve Jobs was the visionary, but there was a person behind that encouraged and helped him. So find that one person to encourage you to walk with you.
You guys, you heard it here first. Like, this whole company was built off of heart and built off of soul, and you have a really beautiful soul, like genuinely.
Thank you.
Come by, come check out. Y'all already spoke, or you heard with TK last time when that kind of didn't go too well because like my phone kept like being interfered with. It doesn't matter, but I'm gonna get him back on here again. But you can feel the sincerity, you can feel the genuineness here, you know. So come by, okay?
Come hang out, dream. Call all the dreamers, all the visionaries, come hang out.
See you later.
Bye-bye.